Hello Year 7, my name's Miss Shanahan and I'm the Head of Humanities at the Manor Academy. Now your humanities subjects really are the gateway to the world, where you'll find out what life was like in the past, what it's like today, and then how it is likely to change in the future. When you come to us in Year 7, you'll mainly study history, geography and religious studies. However, as you progress through your academic career at GCSE and A-level, we also offer options such as business, sociology, criminology, and psychology. So, loads of different subjects for you to choose from. Now, me myself, I'm a geography teacher. Now, geography is the study of the world's physical systems and how humans and populations interact with that and change over time. So, that means you'll be studying the world's tallest mountains, the world's deepest valleys, the longest rivers, and the longest coastlines. And as I said before, how people have actually adapted to that over time. Now, I've asked all of my team to introduce themselves to you and tell you a little bit about what you're going to be studying, as well as an interesting subject fact. So in geography, the first topic that you're going to be studying is who we are and where have we come from. And this is a topic all to introduce you to a process called globalisation and how it's mainly affected Mansfield, but also how it's changed your future. Now, whether that's a good or a bad thing is up for you to decide and form your own opinion, but we will be investigating loads of geographical questions based around that topic. Now, my interesting fact for you today is about Mount Everest. Now, Mount Everest is in Nepal and it is the world's tallest mountains. It is 8,848 metres above sea level. But did you know it actually fits into the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean? So that whole mountain fits below sea level. I find that mind-blowing and hopefully you do too, and you're looking forward to exploring loads of new interesting facts about our planet. We really are looking forward to welcoming you in September and are really excited to see all of your faces. My team are too, and they're now here to introduce you to who they are, and hopefully you'll find lots and lots of new interesting facts out. Take care.
Hi everyone, so for those of you who didn't see the last video, my name is Mr. Clifford and I am leader of Stage 3 Humanities at the Manor Academy. So I'm very much looking forward to meeting all of you in September when this is all back to normal. In the meantime, I've just been asked to do a couple of videos to introduce you to what you might expect when you come here in September. So I'm going to talk to you about the Asia scheme of learning, which is the second one you'll do in Year 7 when you arrive. And essentially all that scheme of learning is about is looking at how diverse Asia is and how different it is all the way across the continent. And the sorts of things we'll do is we'll look at what the cities are like, perhaps compare them with what our lives are like here in the UK. We'll also get to grips with the different physical geography that's over there as well. So we'll be looking and investigating the mountains, the river systems, and really getting to grips again with how that varies across the continent. I mean, it's such a diverse place. You've got the cold northern part of Siberia, and the eastern part of Russia, all the way down to Southeast Asia and the subtropical climate that's down there. So I'm sure you're going to absolutely love that scheme of work. It really is, a very, very interesting one. So they also asked me to talk about my favourite piece of geography, and it's no secret that I love to get out into the Peak District, and I'm here today on the Monsell Trail in the Peak. And the Monsell Trail, I find it so interesting to come down here just to have a look at what the different landscape looks like. So this is all about 330 million years ago. A tropical ocean would be under a tropical ocean here. And I find that so interesting to kind of look at how that landscape has changed and also why. So thank you very much then, Year 6, and obviously I look forward to seeing you in September.
Hi, my name's Mrs. West, this is Harry, and I'm a geography teacher here at the Manor Academy. One of the things I'm going to talk to you about today is about some of the things you're going to learn when you come up and study geography in Key Stage 3. And one of the things you're going to learn about is you're going to learn about the continent of Africa. Now, Africa is an absolutely amazing place. It is the second largest continent in the world, and it has got 54 different countries within it. Now, as you can imagine, a continent that big, there is loads to learn about. So, for example, Africa has got some of the poorest countries in the world, such as the Democratic Republic of the Congo. But it's also got some of the wealthiest countries, places such as South Africa and Botswana. Because Africa is so vast, it experiences different climates depending whereabouts you are within that continent. So you get hot, dry deserts, you get hot, very wet tropical rainforests. And this also means that obviously you get very different plants and animals depending where you are. You also got many different cultures within Africa. You've got many different religions, you've got such what we call diversity, so such differences depending upon whereabouts you are. I'm really excited to be teaching you about it, to be fair, because there's so much that we're going to learn. It's going to be great. Now, having said that, the favourite thing that I get to teach about in geography, and the favourite thing about geography for me, is something that we call plate tectonics. Now, plate tectonics is the reason that the continents keep moving. It's the reason that the mountains keep growing. It's the reason that we get volcanoes. It's the reasons that we get earthquakes. It really is totally fascinating stuff. And I'm really, really excited to be able to, share this with you as you go through school. Now, before me and Harry say goodbye, Harry slept most of the way through this, which is always good. I want to leave you with an interesting fact. Russia has got 11 different time zones. Now, this means that if you were to fly from one end of Russia all the way to the other end of Russia, you would have to change the time on your watch or on your phone 11 different times. Amazing. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you in September.
Hi, I'm Miss Derbyshire and I'm one of the geography teachers at Manor Academy. In Year 7 you'll be studying lots of amazing things, including a topic called dangerous geography, where we look at things like flooding, we look at wildfires, hurricanes, lots of really amazing things. And it's one of my favourite things about geography. I love things like natural disasters, so like volcano eruptions and earthquakes, things like that. So that's my favourite part of geography. Interesting facts about geography is Antarctica is the world's largest desert.
Hi, my name is Miss Foster and I'm a religious education and PSAT teacher at the Manor Academy. I've been asked to tell you a little bit about both of these subjects and talk about some of the topics you'll be learning whilst at the school. So first of all, we're going to talk about PSAT. So PSAT stands for Personal, Social, Health and Economics. And this is a lesson you'll be learning from Year 7 right the way through until Year 11. You'll be learning lots of different topics from healthy eating to getting a job. The second subject I'm going to talk to you about is religious education. In Year 7, you'll be learning lots of different topics about religion, from what belief means to you to religion in the UK over time. My favourite topic to teach in Year 7 is the festivals. The reason it's my favourite is because I think it's so interesting to learn and teach about why and how the festivals are celebrated in certain ways.
I'm Mr. Evans. I teach sociology and criminology. And alongside psychology, we look at the weird things that people do in society. In sociology, we look at family, education, crime, and my favourite topic is global development, which has a lot of similarities with geography, which I'll be teaching some of you in Year 7. Interesting fact about sociology is that only 5% of households have typical families. Bye.
Hi everybody, everyone in Year 6. I'm just making a quick video just to say hello, introduce myself and my team. So I'm the head of history, Mr. Wadsworth, and there's 3 members in my team that are all going to talk to you about history in a few moments' time and about their favourite subjects, favourite topics in history. But I want to just talk to you about my favourite ones first of all. So in history, throughout Year 7, you're going to look at 4 big topics: chronology, then you're going to look at the medieval period, the Tudors and Stuarts, and the industrial period, because you'll all have looked at different times during your primary school studies. So we want to give you a flavour of everything. In chronology, what we'll do at the start of the year is we'll actually have a little look at how history actually works, and we'll work out basically how different time periods have happened how they all fit together, and basically when different events happened in time, so that as we go forwards throughout your whole school career, you can put everything into perspective. Now, outside of that, one of my favourite periods is the medieval period, because it's really weird and wonderful. And one of the weirdest things that happened in the medieval period is they had very strange ideas about medicine and about health. And one of the things they did quite often was test people's urine to see if they were unwell. So if you're not really sure what urine is by now, it's your wee. And for instance, they might see what it feels like, or even sniff it. And going on this example, it's not too great, a little bit cloudy actually. And the final thing is taste. And for this person, I think we need a doctor. One more go. Definitely an emergency.
Hi Year 6, my name's Miss Cooper and I'm one of the history teachers at the Manor Academy. So I've been asked to talk to you a little bit about myself and a little bit about one of the units that you'll be studying next year. So the area of history that I find most interesting is modern history, specifically the Holocaust. So if that's also something that you find interesting in, I'd love to have a little chat with you about it at some point. So one of the units that we will be studying in Year 7 will be all about medieval history. So within that, we will look at how people lived, their lifestyles. We'll look at some problems that faced our monarchs and how they actually became king. And the most interesting one will also be the Black Death. Strange fact about the medieval period. Animals could actually be tried and convicted for crimes, and if they were found to be guilty, they could also be sentenced to death. Hope to see you all in September, and I can't wait to meet you all. Bye.
Hi Year 6, my name is Mrs Redfern and I'm a head of year and a history teacher here at the Manor Academy, and I've been asked to talk to you a little bit about one of the units we will be looking at in Year 7 called Early Modern Britain. Now this period lasts from around 1500 to 1750 and includes the Tudors and the Stuarts. Now in this unit we will look at Henry VIII, we will look at changes that happened to the church during the English Reformation, we'll look at Charles I and the Civil War, and we will look at what life was like for people during this time, whether it was good, whether it was bad, and we will look at what they did with their poo. Now my favourite part of history is the Tudors and the Stuarts, and I could talk to you about this period all day. So if anybody has any questions in September, please come and ask me and I will be more than willing to answer any questions. And a strange fact from my specialist subject is about makeup. Now, people use makeup today, but during the Tudor times they didn't have the same makeup that we had now. Lots of people today use false eyelashes, but during the Tudor times they didn't have false eyelashes like we have now. Instead, what they would use is spiders' legs. Now I definitely wouldn't want those on my eyes. Now I cannot wait to meet you all in September and I hope you're all super excited.
Hi, I'm Mr Hudson. I'm an assistant head teacher here at the Manor Academy and I also teach history. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the industrial period, which we learn about in Year 7, and that's basically finding out how society went from lots of people living in little villages and working as farmers to basically how we live today. So we learn about how factories and steam power were invented, how they had these huge machines that could do things that they'd never done before. Transport's revolutionised with the development of the railways and trains, and people move from the villages into towns, cities to work in factories. And we learn about how, for many people, that's not a particularly good thing, as they end up living in really, really poor conditions where hundreds of families are sharing one toilet, which is just a hole in the ground, and the cities were not very nice places to live. So yeah, that's the final subject we look at the end of Year 7. My favourite periods of history are looking at more of the GCSE topics that we do. They're really, really exciting. We do a little bit of them in Key Stage 3, but looking at Nazi Germany and the Cold War, they're things that I really, really find interesting. My weird fact is about something we learn about in History GCSE and Medicine Through Time, and what would happen if you went to the doctors during the medieval period, and if the doctor needed to try and find out if you were not very well, what he would do is he'd get you to wee in a cup, and he'd smell it, and he'd taste it, and that's how he'd decide what was wrong with you. It wasn't particularly accurate, but I find it quite amusing nonetheless. All right, looking forward to seeing you all next year, everyone. See you later.
Hi, I'm Mr. Gladwin. I'm the Deputy Head at the Manor Academy, but I'm also a Business Studies teacher as well. Interesting fact, I've been a teacher at the Manor Academy now for 20 years, which means that I am the longest serving member of staff at the school. Also, I am a mad keen cyclist. I love mountain biking and road cycling, and I really, really hope that you have a great time when you get to the Manor. See you later. Bye-bye.